Yeah.
Hello all, this is Defenestrator 6 here, back playing Fortresscraft, Evolved. This is episode number 2. So today, I'm gonna jump up the basics a little bit. I think we're going to start, in the last episode we found these small little veins here. We have about 1,000,010 there, which is a good great start for 10, but we definitely need to find more copper, because it had like 43,000, which is enough to make like 1,000 bars, which sounds like a lot, but we'll burn through 1,000 bars in by episode 10. So just wanting to get some more conveyor belts, but they're a little pricey for what's going on at the moment. So I'm just going to finish juicing this guy up here, and then we're going to start searching, doing some searching around and looking for some more ore. Here we can do a ping known ore, and this gives us all of our big veins. So looks like right here, that's gonna be your coal vein. We actually need some more coal also. 190,000, not bad. And another coal vein of 1.6 million. Nice. So maybe we can string this kind of, mining operation here and string those two together. Get 1.2 million coal. It's not bad. The scanning also does take a decent amount of energy also. So we can only make so many ore scans before we have to go back to base to fuel up. And let's go over this way. I guess this is some more coal. Alright. This guy looks big. And it looks like it's a copper vein of 2.2 million almost, which is great. That's what we're looking for. So make sure we can mark that off with some torches so we know where it's at. And I figure we'll go ahead and I'll burn through all of this copper that is right here first, because it is a small amount. It's also close and very easy for me to work off of here at the very beginning stages of the game. And we need more energy. So I think some of the first upgrades, definitely going to be looking for, will be to give myself more power and to get Arthur more power, because it really helps to have more power. Alright, so let's go into researches and see what kind of things we now can do now that we have some resources. What can we upgrade? don't need that. Ooh, battery pack for Arthur. Alright, it's a bit costly. Arthur's solar panels requires lithium. And then the upgrade pack. So we'll get Arthur's battery core here. I think it's probably our first expenditure, because Arthur with more power means we get more power. So I'm going to take a shortcut here and probably just work on smelting a few more ores and some other things that are boring. So be right back. Alright, so I figured I'd show here on screen the connecting here of, oh, that was way too much. Whoops. So if you control craft items, that creates up to 25 of them, or as many bars as you have. So I just used all of my bars, all 18 of my bars, to create 90 conveyor belts, which is way too many, but oh well. So I want to go straight down here. Alright, and so this feature right now is you press K on the keyboard for the game, and it's called your hollow base. And this hollow base allows you to see all the things that you have built and going on. The little red arrow there is actually pointing to the nearest active hive mine, and that's where like the bad guys spawn from. Some aliens fly, but others, they're actually like nests or underground, and you have to destroy those. Up here on the top left, you can also see currently the number of ore that I'm mining per minute, the number of bars I'm smelting per minute, and then in the next column you can see the current amount of power that I've built, or that I've obtained during this game session. Since I don't have any power sources running, I haven't gained any power. So we can turn the hollow base off now, and we'll go ahead and run the conveyor belts. And the one thing I do like about this is when I place a conveyor belt, now see that's running up, so the only way to get it is to place it. To get it to look up is normally if you look up, but the game realizes that you're trying to run a conveyor line, so it says okay and continues the conveyor up even though I'm looking down. So now all of the ore that I get will automatically be brought up the conveyor belt line and right into my hopper, and you can see now that I am gaining more ore very slowly, but that's because we had to buy the cheap conveyor belts, and we've got more bars, so sweet. We'll also keep picking up our coal here because it's also important to make sure we keep getting our coal. So now I can go like this and close that off because I don't really have a need at the moment. Oops. I don't have a need to actually access that hopper. If I need to, I can just jump down there. The only thing I need to access is the battery pack right there, where I dump power into. And you can see the on the hotbar down at the bottom, you have several different tabs, all with different items you can place. You can customize all those. And the little bar right above it is actually Arthur's power. So it, you know, right now on the very left is 0, on the right is full. or full from his max overall capacity. So actually, let's go ahead and... Alright, to build more orc extractors, we need iron, which means we need to find iron. So, I'm going to start doing a little searching, and I'll let you know what I come up with. Okay, and we're back. I haven't found any iron yet, however, I did find something quite interesting. So as you can see, these little guys here, we'll scan them, because they're unknown. And we'll go ahead and break them, and then go down and pick them up. They are actually organic rock. And organic rock is used in minecarts, and a couple other things. So let's give a quick unknown ping while we're down here. Alright, bunch of unknown ores right below us. It looks like it's fairly good sized. Quickly ping for air just to make sure that there's not like a huge cave down here that we fall into and kill ourselves. Alright, this looks like it's gonna be iron. Alright, we had enough energy to scan it. Now let's see if we can get back to the surface in time without dying of hypothermia. It's not looking pretty. If I can warm myself up here next to the torch, I can get myself a little more time. Alright, alright. Let my suit internal temperature climb way up. And then it'll take it a little more time to fall. Little acrobatics, and we are out. Yep. So if you ever are, burning up with hypothermia, quickly stand on a torch. Technically, yes, the game will say you're, burning to death, but it will stop you from dying of hypothermia. Alright, up and over the mountain, and let's zoom in here and snag some power. Alright, so now that we made it back, unknown material, boom, organic rock like we thought, a glow shroom, ooh, and we don't actually have enough power remaining to do the iron, so I'm gonna wait just a second here, let our base recover a little bit, collect some of our bars while we're at it. And if you notice, this thing is not able to keep up, which means that oh, we are out of power. That's gonna be the problem. It's not able to keep up because the hoppers, or the smelter, or the ore extractors, there we go, that's the word, the ore extractors aren't running. So we'll quickly pump a lot of power down into those. Oh, wait a minute. I must have knocked that ore extractor off when I was mining down here. That's why we weren't getting any copper anymore. Okay. Well, now we know. Give this guy one more juice, one more burst of power, then we can do the research scan on iron. Alright, iron ore. So by unlocking iron ore, that has unlocked, oh, and the organic rock. I also unlocked the laboratory here, and these are the two components for the laboratory. So eventually we're going to need those. As you can see here, there's no cost for this because it requires the laboratory. Whereas some of these others I can just research here without needing the lab. And let's go ahead and unlock the basic drill motor. Got that. Well, we got a threat scanner. Why not? Although it'll be a couple episodes before the evil Minox start attacking. So okay. Alright, that's all full now. And we'll go down here and pull out. See, we need to get the basic drill motors in here pronto, so that way we can start getting just the faster ore, because as you can tell, we're hardly able to keep up here, and keeping up is key, because our smelting is almost always going to be our slowest point here at the beginning, and we definitely need to make sure that the smelter never stops smelting, because if the smelter is not running, then that's not good. So we still have one more ore extractor, and actually I'm going to steal that hopper because it's not needed, and run over to where we found our iron and start doing a little smelting. See, the problem with the iron vein that we did find is it's a little far away and a little hard to get to. I actually need to even remember where it is. Ah, it's down here. Maybe. I don't know. All of you who are watching this are probably like, oh, Defenestrator, you're a derp. Oh no. No. Please let me back up. Please. Okay, there we go. Alright, it was definitely past the big tree. Definitely past the big tree. To the left after the big tree. Yes, to the left after the big tree. There we go, I see a bunch of light. Alright. Oh, I missed that. Ow, that hurt. You know, the reason all those glow sticks dropped is because I kept hitting G instead of F. Oh wow, you know, I was complaining about this iron vein, but at 7.8 million, I don't think I'm going to complain too much more. I'm going to have to probably just bite the bullet on that one and say thank you for a great iron vein. Alright. Actually, considering this one's so far away, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on a straight drop shaft for that. Actually, I'm out of power and so is Arthur, which means back to base pronto. so just slingshot a different direction and found a bunch of more organic rock. Here in the early stages of the game, you're almost always battling hypothermia. Like if you're not battling hypothermia, then you're playing the game too scared. You need to live a little more adventurously. And ooh, there's our Alright, and we made it back for some power. And so see, Arthur runs out of power a little more often when it's at night, because he can't use his solar panels to recharge. So, interesting fact. Not that it's really that big of a surprise. Solar panels don't work at night. Huh, who would have thought? Alright, so back to our iron vein. I'm actually planning on setting up some basic laser energy transmitter. And this will allow me to start beaming power down there, so I don't have to keep running to there every time. Now, they're really inefficient. They only produce power, or they only can send power, only 32 distance. I was hoping that I could actually say how much they can send per second. I actually believe it's like 0.7 power a second or something, which is actually just enough to power a miner or an ore extractor without a drill motor in it. So the fact that this little iron guy here won't have a drill motor in it will work out great. So we're gonna have to climb up here. And looks like we finally broke through to the surface. No, we just got a lighting. Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, so it was right here, I think. Well, let's see if this is it. Yep. Sweet. And that little bit of power I sent into it got me 12 ore. Alright. Oh no. Man. I don't know what's up. Alright. So, now, that's set. We got at least the first little part of that shaft dug. And time to go get more power. So, I'm going to take a quick cut here while I go back and get power and work on getting the laser transmitters up to the surface. So we are back here. I've got this ran all the way up, and actually what's really nice about this right here is that there's a coal vein right here. Now it's actually even decent sized. So what we can do is here, after we get some iron smelted, they're definitely not in here, but I can go craft a pyrothermic generator, which basically is something that uses coal to create energy, slap this guy on here, and our iron will just continue to run, and we'll be set. Alright, sorry for that random cut there. I actually, the dogs at the house started going crazy, and I was needed to quickly go help diffuse the situation. You know, dogs like to roughhouse, and you get a couple of them playing together, and they start, you know, running into things they're not supposed to. So, alright, I'm back, and actually that's probably going to wrap us up time for the episode. If I didn't explain the whole energy generation thing that I'm doing over there with the iron, don't worry, we'll cover it a little more in the next episode, because the next episode is where all that'll go in. So, that's going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching, Defenestrator 6.